Jason Silverman, and this is dinner for a Tuesday night that anybody can cook. Spring rolls at home. Just going to adjust the heat here on my pan fry. Take some ground pork, put it into my large saute pan. Turn up the heat a little bit. Stir that around a little bit. A little salt. As you can see, the pork only takes about a minute to saute. This is a ground pork. You can get it at any supermarket. And I only want this half cooked, so right away I can add my onions that I chopped up, my minced carrots, my chopped celery, some red bell pepper, stir that up. This is something Thai basil here, which I picked up at the local store. Chop that up. I just wash it, pick the stems off, and then try to think about not bruising the herbs. So I try to just slice through them like I would anything else, instead of just chopping roughly. If you rough chop them, they tend to turn brown pretty fast. It's really pretty simple to cook the filling. It only takes about 5 minutes. Add everything in there. Stir it up. You can add some glass noodles or some rice noodles if you like, instead of the pork or in addition to the pork. Just kind of let the mixture come together. With this filling, all I want to do is just cook it for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then take one of my favorite sauces here is this Lee Kum Kee premium oyster flavored sauce. Just hit that with a little bit of sweet and sour flavor. Kind of bring everything all together and get it ready for deep frying. Since I don't have a deep fryer here, I just took a little bit of vegetable oil, put it in a small pan. Just cook my filling for about 3 or 4 minutes and that's ready to go. All I have to do is wrap it up, pan fry it, and then make myself up a nice little dipping sauce for it. You don't want the spring roll wrapper to dry out. So what I'm doing is I got a large spring roll wrapper, and I'm just going to trim it down so that the edges that are turning dry are eliminated. Once I cut those off, I should be good to go. With a little bit less paper and a little bit of an easier wrap. I'm going to show you 2 different kinds of spring rolls here because I like the fresh herbs of cilantro, basil, mint, Thai basil, even parsley. Some people like the good old traditional ground pork, mirepoix, and red pepper. Mirepoix just being the carrot, celery, and onions. For this spring roll, I'm going to use the ground pork mixed with the same vegetables, but I'm going to add a little bit of Thai basil and a little bit of rice noodle in there to kind of liven it up. I've also finished this with just a little bit of oyster sauce. And for this, you really want to use the best tools that God gave you, which are your hands. The best kitchen tools. Well, I got some glue here, just in case I need it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of roll my little spring roll burrito. And if I need to, I'll just add a little bit of a cornstarch slurry or a rice flour and water mixture to kind of seal that up. And that should help it from falling apart when it fries. Don't be afraid to use your hands in the kitchen. This is going into a 360-degree oil. Kind of tuck that in just like a pig's in the blanket. And roll it up so it doesn't tear. If you take the spring rolls right out of the package, you shouldn't have any problem at all sealing that up. Just a little bit of rice flour to glue it together. Then kind of just check the edges, make sure it's sealed in correctly. Now with these, you really want to wait about 30 minutes before you cook them. Because if you seal them up and you let it rest, you're going to have a much better chance of success. You don't need a whole lot of oil. You need a couple of your spring rolls. And that's your appetizer. Just drop it right into the oil. Careful. And fry away. I'm just using the minimum amount of oil for a home cook. Once you got a nice little golden brown and the filling's hot, it's really all you need. I learned how to make spring rolls at Evenfall, which is funny because it's in suburban Massachusetts, but we had a pretty eclectic menu there. It's a little bit of an Asian influence and a little bit of a French influence from the chef. And we used to make our fresh spring rolls all the time. They're pretty popular. Picked up the recipe there and kind of just logged it into my brain and remembered how to do it ever since then. It's a really simple dish to make. Once the spring rolls are wrapped, it only takes about 2 minutes to fry. And you just drain them like that. If you don't want to deep fry on top of the stove, you can just put them on a baking sheet and throw them in the oven for about 10 minutes. It's a little healthier, a little bit less fat, and you don't have to worry about the spring roll wrappers tearing in the hot oil. Same result, it just takes a little longer to get there. I'll just bake those for about 10 minutes and set a timer. Let me show you how I garnish the plate. This is a pretty quick dish that anybody can make at home, and just to add a little pizzazz to the plating, I took an Asian pear from a local Asian market, sliced it up into some half moons, and then I just made a stack. Basically just stacked them up like this. Squeeze a little lime on there to preserve the freshness. And next thing you know, you've got an instant garnish. And a snack for the chef. When I want to plate something up, you don't really need anything too fancy. Makes it a really nice presentation. Just a little stack of Asian pear like that. A little bit of red pepper for color. Grab some leftover leaf lettuce out of the refrigerator and just picked up some Thai basil at the store and kind of put that into the filling, and I used the leftover Thai basil to decorate the plate. So it's pretty simple, and just kind of arrange those like that. Decorate that with a little bit of Thai basil and you're ready to go. I've also got a dipping sauce that goes on there. And I just drizzle a little bit of that over the top. Put the rest here for anybody. And you can feed 5 or 6 of your friends pretty comfortably in about a half an hour. Nice light golden brown. Okay, everybody eat. I'll roll one more.